tombs. He lives in a place where no one goes, and he tears at himself and lives with a pain that no one knows. He counts himself dead among the living. He knows no mercy and no forgiving. Deep in the night, he's driven to cry out loud. Can you hear him cry out loud? Man of the tombs, possessed by an unseen enemy, he breaks every chain and mistakes his freedom for being free. Shame and shamelessness equally there, like a random toss of a coin in the air. Man of the tombs, he's driven to cry out loud underneath this thing that I've become, a fading memory of flesh and blood. I curse the womb, I bless the grave. I've lost my heart, I cannot be saved. Like those who fear me, I'm afraid. Like those I've hurt, I can feel pain. Naked now before my sin, and these stones that cut against my skin. Some try to touch me, but no one can. The man of the tombs I am. Down at the shoreline, two sets of footprints meet. One voice is screaming, other voice begins to speak. In only a moment and only a word, the evil departs like a thundering herd. Man of the tombs, he hears this cry out loud underneath this thing that you've become. I see a man of flesh and blood. I give you life beyond the grave. I heal your heart, I come to save. No need to fear, be not afraid. This man of sorrows knows your pain. I come to take away your sin and bear its marks upon my skin. When no one can touch you, still I can. For Son of God I am. Dressed now and seated, clean in spirit and healthy of mind. Man of the tombs, he begs to follow but must stay behind. He'll return to his family with stories to tell of mercy and madness, heaven and hell. Man of the tombs, soon he will cry out loud underneath this thing that I once was. Now I'm a man of flesh and blood. I have a life beyond the grave. I found my heart, I can now be saved. No need to fear, I am not afraid. This man of sorrows took my pain. He comes to take away our sin and bear its marks upon his skin. I'm telling you this story because man of the tombs I was. Man of the tombs I was. Somewhere, it's hazy. This probably happens to you if you're an older guy. You go, 20 years ago, and then you go, no, I'm off by about 15 years. That was actually more like 35 years ago. Yeah. This happens to me all the time. So, somewhere in the range of 1980-81, I had a friend of mine, Michael Aguilar, and we were both taking a class that Tommy Coombs had set up for us to go to in Beverly Hills. The man who was teaching the class was a pretty famous songwriter among other songwriters, a guy named Al Kasha. And Al Kasha you'd walk into his Beverly Hills home and there were Grammys and Emmys and things on his mantelpiece. And, he could look you in straight face and say, yeah, Sinatra cut one of our songs. But he was not a boastful man. He was really good at what he did. So he had a living room full of church people. The idea is, if you feel inspired to write a song, what skills can you bring to bear to write a better one? Now, there is some skill involved in songwriting. Sometimes inspiration can get you through and that's it. Other times it doesn't work out like that. Someone might get in front of you and say, I'd like to share a song that God gave me. And they sing the song and you think, wow, I'll bet you he was glad to get rid of that one. So it happens, okay? Just because we feel all excited doesn't necessarily mean that our artwork is ready for prime time. But I digress. The assignment that we were given is to come back to the next class session based on anything we could find in the Gospel of John. That was to be the basis of our song. So Michael and I did the obvious, disciplined, serious, spiritual thing you'd expect a couple of young men to do. We waited until the night before the assignment was due. We took our idea from John chapter 1 because we didn't have time to read any further. So this is the song that we turned in. It recounts, it's taken from the passage where Philip finds his friend Nathaniel and says, the one that we've been waiting for so long, we know who he is, we know where he is. His name is Jesus, he comes from Nazareth. Now, Nathaniel, apparently having the same spiritual gifting that I have, being a total smart aleck, he's confronted with this news and he says, Nazareth, can anything good come out of that town? And Philip responds very succinctly with what I call the three-word evangel. No matter how you share the gospel, how you share Christ, it comes down to these three little words. Come and see, come and see, come and see a man from heaven. Come and see, hear him speak. He has seen the face of God. Come and see, come and see this Jesus of Nazareth. Come and see the one that we have heard of all our lives. A voice crying in the wilderness, a voice from the sky loud and clear, a still small voice deep inside, and a voice still ringing in my ear, saying, follow me, and I will show you my Father. Come and see this man from heaven. Could it be? Could it be? We will see the face of God. Could it be? Oh, could it be? We will see the face of God.
My song.
This is based on a larger text. If you look it up, there's lots of it, lots there, called St. Patrick's Breastplate. And you may have run across some of this verbiage if you've sung hymns and things like that. So, but this is called the lorica. Lorica is the Latin word for shield. Now, since March 2020, I do a weekly live stream concert every weekend. I'm now into my 5th year. I go to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. And and this has become the official closing song of each live stream. I play this every last week I do it. And so I'll leave you with it tonight. I bind unto myself today gift to call on the Trinity, the saving faith where I can say, come 3 in 1, oh 1 in 3, be above me as high as the noonday sun, be below me the rock I set my feet upon, be beside me, the wind on my left and right, be behind me, circle me with your truth and light, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. I bind unto myself today the love of angels and seraphim, the prayers and prophecies of saints, the words and deeds of a righteous man, be above me as high as the noonday sun, be below me the rock I set my feet upon, be beside me, the wind on my left and right, be behind me, circle me with your truth and light, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. God's ear to hear me, God's hand to guide me, God's might to uphold me, God's shield to hide me against all powers deceiving, against my own unbelieving, whether near or far. I bind unto myself today the hope to rise from the dust of earth, the songs of nature giving praise to Father Spirit, living word, be above me as high as the noonday sun, be below me the rock I set my feet upon, be beside me, the wind on my left and right, be behind me, circle me with your truth and light, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. I bind unto myself today gift to call on the Trinity.